Thank you, Judge McLaughlin. This is not water. Just kidding, it is, it is. Thank you, President Roslowski, the Hall of Fame Committee, and welcome distinguished guests. I haven't seen this many members of the class of '97 in tuxes since we graduated, walking down St. Patrick's Cathedral. Surprisingly, some of us still fit into those tuxes. That's an absolute lie. Not since at least 1999. I'd like to thank Mike's mother, Margaret, for giving me this opportunity to induct my friend, Mike, into the Xavier High School Hall of Fame. It is a testament to Mike's family that I stand here before you today, and I'm honored and humbled to do so on their behalf. Saying that, Mike would be embarrassed at all the attention that he's getting tonight, and if he was here today, he would be the first person to be heckling me right now, probably calling me a geek, which is one of his catchphrases, love to say. My first encounter with Mike was anything but auspicious. It was the first day of our sophomore year, September 1994. During recess in the athletic locker room next to the Commons, and there was a bunch of us football players horsing around. I wanted to remember him. So it really wasn't any effort on our part at all. Xavier had a profound influence on our lives. It turned us into men and prepared us for a world that was unfathomable when we graduated Xavier in 1997 or even in college in 2001. It also exposed us to an environment we never would have experienced on our peninsula on the outskirts of the city in Rockaway and Breezy Point. As we roamed the streets of Rockaway, Brooklyn, and Manhattan in our youth, our friends who didn't attend Xavier, it's true we had one or two, many of whom are here tonight, Rockaway Irish boys, so I'll give them a round of applause for all the help that they gave Mike and our scholarship. But they would sometimes poke fun at our large contingent of Xavier guys, how we moved as a pack, the loyalty we had for each other and for our school. It was hard for them to conceive the bond that we had, one that I suspect was tinged with a hint of envy. Also one that was probably only rivaled by the bond that Mike had with his fellow Marines, a couple of whom are also here tonight who served with Mike. I'd also like to give them a round of applause. Like Judge McLaughlin said, Mike excelled at Xavier and went on to attend University of Albany, where he graduated magna cum laude. We graduated college in 2001, and we all know what happened in September of that year. The loss of so many friends and neighbors, especially Charlie Heron, class of '96, had a deep effect on Mike. Mike was awarded a scholarship to attend Pace Law and was thoroughly absorbed in his studies when his characteristics of determination, his strong-willedness, drove him to join the Marines. His decision was not based on financial hardship, a catchy television commercial, or to make a better life for himself. Mike already had that. Mike wanted to help protect his friends and family. When he told me he had joined the Marines, I was apprehensive but supportive. There was rarely any good news coming out of Iraq at that time. Yet he still put his life on hold to attend boot camp over the summer, law school during the fall and the spring, all while completing his 1 weekend a month of training. Knowing Mike, I knew this is what he had to do. In closing, I pose the question, why are we here tonight honoring Mike? After all, Xavier has sent its young men into battle since the Civil War. The answer does not lie simply in the fact that Mike's life was cut far too short. It's the opposite. The answer is that Mike lived. In the time he lived, he affected so many with his determination, his friendship, heart, loyalty, his love of life, and ultimately, his sacrifice. Mike's legacy is not just the tangible things he left behind, such as the students who will attend Xavier tuition-free in his name, or the Lance Corporal Mike Glover Medal awarded at Xavier's commencement, or the scholarship in Mike's name at Pace University Law School, or the street renamed in his honor. It is also seen in the ordinary people who did extraordinary acts during Hurricane Sandy to save the lives of their neighbors. It is seen in the faces of the young men, young Xavier men and alumni who came to our neighborhood in Rockaway, Breezy Point, and Broad Channel to help begin the process of rebuilding our upended lives and our destroyed homes. It is seen whenever we gather here on a night like this or on a day on the beach. It is seen when we turn weakness into strength. Finally, it is seen in all of us when we choose to do good. Mike's life is an amazing story that shines as an example for all sons of Xavier to exemplify. Thank you, and God bless.